I've never seen it happen before. We never expect to see something like that happen, and it's awful.
Shock and sadness across the country tonight after an air show disaster in Dayton played out as hundreds of families watched from the ground. Good evening. The most eagerly awaited moment of the air show goes horribly wrong when a stunt plane crashes to the ground and bursts into flames. The accident happened on the airport's east side where the air show is held. Dozens of people were watching as the plane hit the ground almost nose first. 9 on Your Side has decided not to show the impact of the crash because of its graphic nature. We are going to walk you through the moments leading up to it. Watch the plane turning upside down hundreds of feet in the sky. Slowly the plane gets closer to the ground. Within moments, the wing touches the ground and the plane erupts into a ball of fire. Tonight, the FAA is working to find a cause.
And I know they are communicating with the National Transportation Safety Board, and they'll continue their investigation. But right now, there's not any conclusive answers to why the accident happened.
As today's air show disaster played out, the panic and scare was widespread across the airport. People from all over the tri-state were in Dayton to watch the stunt planes perform. 9 on Your Side's Amy Wattis is in the newsroom with what one Kentucky family witnessed. Amy?
Julie, the Sayers family from Union, Kentucky makes a trip to Dayton every year for the Vector Dayton Air Show. Now, this isn't the first time they've seen wing walker Jane Wicker perform in Dayton, and they'd never thought it would be their last.
We just watched, 2 people lost their lives right in front of us. We were 500-600 feet away from, where it happened. It was a pretty shocking thing to see. I know I jumped up and, gasped, and, everybody at our table, like, oh no, and, we just watched that unfold for, the next few minutes, and, it was just utter, disbelief. You couldn't believe something like that could happen.
Todd Sayers says he'll never forget the crash that took 2 lives during the 2013 Vector Dayton Air Show. Wing walker Jane Wicker and her pilot Charlie Schwenker died instantly. Schwenker's name was released on Jane Wicker's air show Facebook page.
Watching her just do her maneuvers out on the wing, and it's just really neat how somebody could walk out on a wing with no support and stuff.
Just minutes later, Sayers and his family knew something was wrong.
What we did notice, the plane looked to be in the wrong position. It looked like it was too close to us, and then certainly when like I said, when he rolled over, you could tell that he just lost altitude really quickly, and when he did that, I was just about to say, oh my gosh, that plane's too close. And then the next thing you know, then it crashes. In the row ahead of us, there was a family with some really small children, and both of them immediately screamed and started crying.
About 20 minutes later, announcers told the crowd that the air show was closed for the rest of the day and that everyone had to go home.
Now, the show will resume tomorrow, and Sayers says he doesn't plan on going back tomorrow, but will be going back again next year. Julie?
So hard for us to watch. Thank you, Amy. Jane Wicker was not new to the sport of wing walking. She'd been doing it for years, and she'd been using that plane that crashed today for years. This is the plane. Registration with the Federal Aviation Administration describes it as a 1941 fixed-wing single-engine plane. It was registered to Wicker and was most recently inspected by the FAA back in 2010. Today's performance was Wicker's first since taking a few weeks off after suffering an injury not related to wing walking. She's performed at hundreds of shows and died doing something she loved. 9 on Your Side's Natasha Williams continues our team coverage of today's tragedy with a look at Wicker's career.